Start by inhaling and lifting your arms up. Turn your palms and stretch them to the sky, and then bring them down. When we do this breathing movement, I want you to imagine that you're pulling up the energy from the ground, up through your spine, through your brain, and to the sky, and then letting the energy come down. Inhaling as we pull up, lifting up through the belly, and exhale as you let the arms come down. We're going to reverse the direction. Turn your hands, lift them up, and bring the energy down your body. Notice the hands. The fingers turn out, they turn down, then they come up. All of these movements extend all the way into the tips of your fingers. Try to keep that in mind as we do it. Inhaling as we lift up, opening the lungs, opening the diaphragm, opening the spine. That's what we're focusing on today, opening the spine. Inhale as you bring your arms up, stretch your arms up. Now do this very gently. We're going to come forward and fold forward, but I want you to notice that my knees are really quite bent here. So bend your knees as much as you need to feel like you can fold your body, bringing your abdomen towards your thighs. Shake out your shoulders a little bit, and truly bend your knees as much as you need. We roll up. We're going to do it again. Lift your arms up however you want. Press your palms, and then long, long spine. The Taoists say, long spine, long life. Open up your back. Really allow it to relax. You may feel a huge stretch in your legs here, but try to bend your knees enough that the stretch is in your spine. We're going to start massaging side to side. The visual here is like you're rolling a ball between your hands. Open your legs as much as you need to have a nice base. Roll up, lift the arms up again. This time the feet will be a little wider. Stretch forward once again. Long spine, that's our focus. Go to one leg. Wrap yourself around that leg. And again, I can't stress this enough. To protect your back, make sure your knees are bent so your spine feels like it is loose and not straining through your legs. That's when you can accidentally compress your spine. Stretch your arms up again and bring them down. Pull up again. Stretch your palms up. Fold it forward again. But from here, we're going to transition to the floor. I'm turning around just so you can see me, but you can drop down right where you are. Start by sitting back, opening up the knees, the shins, the ankles, and then starting at your tailbone, we come up. Stretch back, and then feel pelvis, low spine, upper spine, then head. Make this an easy massaging motion. Every movement we're doing here, I want you to think about making space between each vertebra and moving your joints really freely. Round your spine, tucking your head, and then drop the other way. Now, those of you who know me know my spine is limited, so my movements here might be smaller than yours, or they might be larger than yours. Only move in a range that feels gentle and comfortable for your spine. Let's circle it around. Start stirring. The picture here is like you're at a table with loose legs, and it can just move around easily. So we're not rounding or back bending. We're really just gliding around the hip sockets, the shoulder sockets, and along with this, the spine gets a gentle side bend, side to side. You can imagine that your tail is sort of wagging as you go. Bring your toes under. We're going to stretch the legs a little bit more now. So lift up your knees, but do it in a way that you can bring your spine close to your legs. Work on bending and straightening your legs. Pay attention that your feet are parallel, and so are your hands. Walk your hands back a little bit more. This is just to challenge it, so just go as far as you need to for the challenge. Bend and straighten your knees again. It's okay if your heels aren't on the floor, but do it in a way always that is gentle and safe. Reach your arms forward and lift your spine up like you're coming up from a chair. Now we're going to do a little bit of work through the shoulders and upper system. When your low back is stiff and tight, usually the upper back is stiff and tight as well. So we're just circling the shoulders here, gliding your shoulder blades freely around your rib cage and allowing your spine to respond a little. Let's take the legs a little wider now. Turn your palms up. Now just follow along here. We're going to be turning the shoulders in and out. Turn the palms out. We're making sweeping circles as we do it. Turn your palms up, come in and around and turn. So the shoulders turn inwards. Now we go upwards. Stretch, lift your chest, and turn the arms. We're winding and unwinding all of the fascial lines, the energetic meridians in the arms and shoulders. And then bring your hands into fists. Reach forward. Press your palms, turn your hands, and slowly make a fist again to pull back. Then turn the hands through to the back. Same thing here. Flex, turn and grasp, and bring them in. Let's do it to the sides. Press, turn, and slow grasp to pull. Now back to the front. Okay, we're going to challenge here a little bit. So stretch through your fingertips and get a little lower. Now, keep your spine very, very straight, even if you don't go low. I'm going pretty low. You might not go so low. That's okay. Hold it and then come up. That's a challenge to open your hips. As you inhale, your arms come up. As you exhale, you bring the energy back down. We're going to head back down to the ground now. We're going to work into the hips and into the abdominals a little now. So start by opening one leg. I'm using the left leg here, letting it roll open and back. The rest of the body is very still and quiet. Focus on the ball rolling in the socket. Switch legs. The ball rolling in the socket. Just easy, smooth. Opening up the inner leg. And now we'll rock back and forth with the pelvis, bringing the low back down and then back to your tailbone. Try to coordinate this with your breathing. Let the hands come behind your head. We're going to add the head to this. Now, certainly, you could spend more time on any of these movements, but we're doing a short, quick spinal wake-up today. And a big part of that is activating your core. That's how we keep the spine feeling long and pliable throughout the day. Now, I want you to flatten your back here. Pull your spine down, pull your belly in, and then let it relax. Slide one leg open and turn it to the side. Now the other leg is going to open. Here's the movement pattern. The leg opens, and then it comes in, and then you press that foot to roll your pelvis. And I want you to notice, I'm not arching my back, I'm just rocking. And the press of the leg helps you rock the pelvis and wake up the deep spinal muscles. Open the leg. The ribs, the shoulder blades, that all stays on the floor. This is a very gentle movement through the hips, the low back, and the spine. We're really just trying to create an interrelationship between those joints so everything moves synergistically, meaning it works together. We're going to lift the legs, so you're going to have to really engage those abdominals a lot, keeping your rib cage open but your back flat. If you need to do this with one leg at a time, go right ahead. But now our legs are up, and we'll go side to side here. Your knees can be more bent. That's totally fine. I want you to keep the whole rib cage down, both shoulder blades down, as we rock the pelvis side to side. If you need to do this with your feet on the floor, please go ahead. The only goal here is to rotate the pelvis and spine. So do that in the way that is safe for your body today. Hug one leg, the other leg's gonna lower down, stretch it long, and then lift it up. I have my foot flexed so I can feel the stretch all the way to the tips of the toes. Down and up with your breathing. Now you're gonna place the other foot on the floor. You can have this other leg either bent or straight. That's fine. I'm pressing the sole of the foot to the ceiling, but definitely you can do it with the knee bent. Keep the pelvis level. We're activating the back of the leg, the back of the body. Stretch that leg out. Now again, maybe your leg is bent. Whatever way is best for your body today, that is the theme. Remember, we're trying to gently open up the spine. So you have to do that in a way that this exercise achieves movement in your spine, not straining your leg or trying to create any force. Now we hug that leg and the other one starts to go. I'm really holding that leg into the body, pressing it against my abdomen, and that's helping me create stability through my trunk, allowing me to freely move the other leg. Place that foot on the floor, plant your footprint, and the other leg goes up. It's straight or it's bent. That's whatever's right for your body. Lifting and lowering. Straighten the leg. Now we're going to do the sways side to side with a bent leg or a straight leg. Now my leg on the floor is still active. I'm still activating that leg. Stretch it down. Make it longer than the other leg. Open both legs. Now here, it's important you don't allow your pelvis to tip. Keep your low back. For these, I actually want you to keep it flat and just let the legs be open as much as they can go without making your spine respond. We're circling the trunk now. This is a wonderful abdominal exercise. I want you to imagine that you're massaging your abdominal organs here. We're going to do about 4 times each direction, supporting your neck with your hands, massaging your belly, and you're definitely working your abs here. Palms together, reach forward, hold this position, and then come back down. When you do this, I want you to pull the belly in and create a vacuum suction in the abdomen. Lift from your pelvic floor, pull the belly in, vacuum pack your organs with each movement. It's gentle, but it's effective. Rock forward. We're going to rock the spine now. Now again, my spine is compromised. I do a little tiny rocking motion here. Little tiny rocking motion. You might go all the way back to your shoulders where your legs come up over your head and rock forward. Whatever's right for you. Come to your hands and knees now. We're going to do opposite arm and leg reaches. Notice my spine is not forward and backward bending. And here's the really important part here, guys. Don't rock side to side. Stay right in the middle. Your core has to respond to keep you there. Lift up your feet. Walk your hands back. And again, we're going to come up like a chair. Reach your arms forward and sit in the chair. Lift your belly away from your thighs. Hold that for a moment before standing up. A couple more things here. Okay, we're going to put one hand on your belly, one hand on your back. We're going to move those hips around. I want you to imagine that you're drawing circles with your tailbone, that there's really a weight off your tailbone, so it's heavy. Open the arms, switch your hands, switch directions of the circle. Loosey-goosey in those hip sockets. Letting your low spine relax and open, feeling nice and long. Now, you're going to reach one arm up and around and down. Now, there's not a whole lot of rules for this, but I want you to feel like your arm and your foot are extending from each other. Your arm is reaching from your foot. We're going to go the other direction, up and over now. Feel this movement through the whole body. Really, no rules. Just feel it. Just experience it. Experience the spiral connection. Now bring your arms up, circle around, and come all the way down, up, open, and around. I want you to feel your spine flow and allow that to reach all the way to your fingers and toes. Now we're going to throw out the trash. You come up, maybe you rise on the toes, and then you whoosh sound. Whoosh. Casting away anything you don't need. Inhale, let the hands float up. Exhale, sink down. And that's all for today.